You see the Toyota numbers. He's been so consistent all season long. 12 starts. He has not allowed more than 3 runs in any of those 12 starts.
Lefties are 0 for 19 with 14 strikeouts against 2 strike sliders from Peterson. And Wood goes down swinging to add to those numbers. An 8-pitch inning for Peterson as they go 1-2-3. Mets come to bat at the bottom of the first. No score at Citi Field. Breaking ball hit to center field, hit well. Young racing back. He won't get there. Hops up against the wall. Nimmo digging for third. He will score as Young has trouble picking it up. Alonso stops at second with an RBI double, and Pete just keeps on driving him in. Put him out there, he'll bring him home. 63 RBIs for Alonso, 20 in his last 10 games, and the Mets have an early 1-0 lead.
Well, every pitcher, when they get behind Pete, they try to go with the breaking ball, something down. You cannot pitch him down right now. He is red hot. And he hit this ball out on his front foot, and Young got beat to center field. That's how much pop Pete has.
His 39th extra base hit of the season. And we're only in game number 68. 3-2 coming from Peterson. And it's bounced to third. Another chance for Mauricio. And he grabs it on the back end this time. A perfect throw. 6 up and 6 down for David Peterson with 3 ground ball outs. They're everywhere. Double play ball if they hurry. The turn by Beatty, and they double up the speedy Jacob Young. That's tough to do. 6-4-3. Peterson's faced the minimum through 3. Soto was struck out his first time up. The curveball hit in the air to deep right field. Call going back. Back near the wall, and it's out of here. Juan Soto homers for the second straight night. A 2-run shot, and it's 3-0 New York. Now the Mets are pummeling the baseball in this 3rd inning against Jake Irvin. Soto gets the payoff with his 13th home run of the year and his 2nd in 2 nights against his old team to give the Mets a 3-0 lead.
Terry, when hitters talk about putting backspin on the baseball, hitting the ball in the air, no one does it better than Soto. He hits these tremendously high drives that you're not sure that they're going to go out, but they just don't come out of the air.
And did you see the catch by the kid in the stands?
I did.
I mean, what a great grab. Look at that. Going over the railing. Outstanding play. One-two coming. And he chased the changeup for strike 3. So Peterson's got his 2nd strikeout. He's thrown 4 scoreless innings. Mets have a 3-0 lead. 3-2 coming to Adams. And he hits it sharply. 1 hop to Lindor on the backhand. The long throw right on target, side retired. 5 scoreless innings for David Peterson. He's done it without breaking a sweat. 3-0 New York. But he's been even more effective. Nimmo skies one to left center. Young moving back on the warning track. Back at the fence, and it's out of here. Brandon Nimmo goes the other way for his 11th home run of the season. And it's 4-0 New York.
Well, as it gets warm here, those balls that are in April were F7s or F8s are now run on the board. Watch how he lifts after contact. Watch the follow-through. And you had your chance, buddy.
Kid made a better catch.
Yeah, he did.
Another ground ball. That's 3 of them in the inning. Beatty throws out Abrams. 12 ground ball outs in 6 innings, with Peterson throwing up 0. One-two coming. Struck him out. Got him with the slider. Back Back-to-back strikeouts for Peterson after giving up 2 hits to start the inning.
There's a calmness in Peterson. There's not a overthrowing of the pitch. He tried to just execute the pitch and put it in a perfect spot. It doesn't get any better than that when you're looking for a strikeout.
The 2-strike slider against left-hand hitters has been impeccable. So now Alex Call is grounded out, flied out 0 for 2. And Call shoots one down to first, blocked by Alonso. He'll take it himself, side retire. Third time in the last 4 starts, Peterson has gotten through 7. Yeah, this is a make or break year for him. As Nimmo flies this one deep to right, back goes Call, back near the wall. It's out of here. David Nimmo with his second home run of the night. Nimmo had a 9 RBI game against the Nats in D.C. in April. Now he's got a 2-home run game against the Nats tonight to make it 5-0 New York.
Yeah, whatever book they have on Nimmo, they got to burn it. This pitch looked like a pretty good pitch from Rutledge. A cutter up and in. But, you know, nothing exists in a vacuum. They've been pounding him in this entire game, and he made the adjustment here in his 4th at-bat.
Second multiple home run game for Nimmo this year, the 8th of his career. The Mets have hit 3 home runs tonight. And now Soto, who hit the first one, takes the fastball outside.
Watch how quick his hands are to get inside and get that head on that baseball. It crowded him, but he still hit it in the upper tank.
And this is laced into center field, a base hit for Young. They're going to wave Garcia around. The throw the play by Taylor. He's out. Oh, wow, dropped the ball. And he's still out. They're going to say he lost it on the transfer. The home plate umpire, Edwin Moscoso, says that Torrens controlled it well enough to get the out. And the Nats down 5 runs, running to an out at the plate. They'll challenge the call.
They lost their challenge, right?
Yeah, they lost their challenge, but you can ask for a crew chief review.
Well, they're not going to change that. The sweep of the tag looked like it caught the top of the hand of Garcia. And
the question
down
is, did he control the ball long enough before it came out of his mitt?
This will be a crew chief challenge of the out call at home plate and a blocking violation by the catcher. Non-call.
He didn't block anything.
Well, he definitely lost it on the transfer.
Yeah.
That was correct. The question is, did Garcia get the hand in ahead of the tag? And was there an illegal block? Certainly he didn't block it. He wasn't on the other side of the plate.
On this shot, it looks like he doesn't touch him until he gets him on the forearm. On the other shot, the sweep looks like he might have caught him on the top of the hand. So
yeah, he might have scraped the top of the hand.
He might have, and it was an out call.
Play under review presented by Citizens, making sense of the play. I don't understand the challenge of a plate blocking violation since he was completely on the other side of the plate. Here we go.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. And there was no blocking of home plate.
So Tyrone Taylor keeps the shutout intact. Torrens with the tag. And it stays 5-0. And they're now 2 out of the 8.
Tyrone Taylor, even when he plays 2 innings, does something to help your team win. Each and every night he's out there.
Abrams had a big night last night. Peterson trying to put this 8th inning to bed. 2-2. Fly ball right field. Soto right there waiting for it. David Peterson becomes the first Met pitcher this year to throw 8 innings. 8 scoreless innings for Peterson and a 5-0 Met lead. And Rosario lines one right to Beatty at third, and that's the first out.
Hey, you need a little luck as well. When they hit it hard, you have a fielder there. And this one right at Beatty.
One hard out and nobody on, and now James Wood, who has 2 of the 6 hits against Peterson tonight. 0-2 coming to Wood. He struck him out. 2 men down.
It's like a freight train.
6 strikeouts for Peterson. His his season high at 104 pitches, and now has 1 more out to get. And Chaparro hits it hard. Beatty's got it. Makes the running throw. And the ball game is over. David Peterson with a masterful 6-hit shutout. The first complete game of the season for the Mets. And Peterson throws 9 scoreless innings. And the Mets defeat the Nats 5-0.
Oh, I love it. Pete gave him the ball. Keep that one forever, Petey. Dave Peterson with just his best effort. Put the ball in his back pocket. Be able to inscribe what happened tonight as a team and as an individual.
Hearing David talk to Steve Geltz earlier tonight, you understand that he's an old school pitcher, and he turned in an old school performance tonight.
Carlos Mendoza sticking with his young pitcher. He's not young anymore. Seasoned, polished.
And you have to say it, off his performance last year and this, establishing himself as one of the best left-hand starting pitchers in the game.
34 starts since last year, 15-5.
With an ERA under 2.8. He's been really, really good for more than a year, and he was magnificent tonight.
You see those old coaches? They were lifting him up because it was like Yeti or Bigfoot. Never seen it before.
Second career complete game, but the first of 9 innings and a shutout to boot. Last year it was Luis Severino throwing a shutout against the Marlins. And now it's David Peterson throwing a shutout against the Nats for the first time in his career. And he's standing by with Steve Geltz. Steve?
David, absolutely masterful performance tonight. First ever 9-inning complete game shutout for you in your career. What is the magnitude of an accomplishment like this in this day and age?
You know, I think this is what we strive for. You know, yeah, I mean, we try and go as long into the game as we can, and I can't thank Louis enough for what he did back there. We were on the same page all night. Spectacular defense all around, and this was a team effort. I mean, the offense did their job, and what a game for this team.
You know, we saw some really nice moments in the handshake line. You gave a big hug to not just your pitching coaches, but of course to your manager, Carlos Mendoza. There are a lot of managers who probably would have taken you out after 8. What did it mean to you when he said, hey, go out there and go get it?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. You know, I wanted to finish that game, and for him to have the confidence and let me go out there and finish it was amazing.
What did you do so well tonight? We saw the ground balls. You're a ground ball machine. How were you able to limit your pitch count and be as efficient as you were?
Yeah, I think, you know, get ahead and get the ground balls, trust my defense. Like I said, Louis and I were on the same page all night, and this is as much his as it is mine, and so, yeah.
Finally, David, you see everybody standing up here. When you ran back out there for the 9th, they were all on their feet, chanting Peterson, Peterson throughout the entirety of that half inning. How much did you hear it, and how special a moment is that to experience with them?
It's incredible. You guys have been bringing it all year, and keep this energy going. This is an amazing home atmosphere, a playoff atmosphere. Let's keep going.
David, you've been bringing it all year as well. Congratulations on the accomplishment. Fantastic, fantastic night. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right. All right, guys, back to you.
After now 26-7 at home, and they've had some great moments in this ballpark this year. This might be the most electric moment, that 9th inning, from the time Peterson took the mound to the time the game ended. It's a stunning accomplishment in this day and age for a guy to throw a 9-inning shutout.
It reminded me a little of the complete game from Severino last season. 27 outs, 14 came on the ground, 6 punch-outs for the young Peterson. But I think even more importantly, less is asked of starting pitchers innings-wise than ever in the history of the game. And when a pitcher who has met his mark of how good he can be is rewarded with a game like tonight, sky's the limit for me with Peterson the rest of the season and the rest of his career.
He's gone 7 or more innings now in 3 of his last 4 starts, and it takes so much pressure off the bullpen, which has been so hard worked over the first half of this season. It has to be a huge thing for the entire team for him to do that.
Especially with a day game tomorrow. He puts his bullpen in the perfect position to be fully ready for tomorrow's game to try to get the sweep. I think even more importantly, the bullpen not only needs a physical rest, they need a mental rest. They want to watch a starting pitcher apply his craft and be out there for 9 innings and not have to be on the mark each and every day.
Everybody's been an ace for this pitching staff this year. Peterson was the ace today. Kodai Senga will get the ball tomorrow. Tonight's win is presented by Moomoo. Download the Moomoo app and you could win $1 million if the Mets reach 100 wins this season. Mets go to 20 games over 500 for the first time since the end of the 2022 season, and they do it in style. Mets hit 3 home runs, 2 for Brandon Nimmo, 1 for Juan Soto, but Peterson front and center with his first career 9-inning complete game, a 6-hitter, as the Mets win at 5-0. The Amazing Mets Foundation will contribute $2,500 to Northwell Health and the Cass Institute for Women's Health for every Mets win. For more information, visit northwell.edu/cats. The total contribution so far this season is $110,000. David Peterson with the performance of his career thus far, a 6-hit shutout. Mets have won 5 straight. They are truly rolling.
Jacob Young off the IL. So that lineup will face David Peterson. 6'6" left-hander, 28 years of age, out of California, a first-rounder of the Mets back in 2017.
13 starts, you're going to see a 2.8 ERA, and a big part of it is analytics departments don't love him because he doesn't, blow your doors off. He doesn't strike you out. What he does is he has a 2.8 and a 1.26 whip. He gets ground balls, and he has one of the most elite shortstops that you're going to have. Here's his StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. His pitch arsenal: sinker, four-seamer, slider, changeup, and the curveball. Sinker, slider to the left-handers. Occasional four-seamer and curveball, but then four-seamer, sinker, change. Slider. Slider's been using a little bit more against righties this time, though. Like last 3 weeks, you're starting to see those numbers change. So a little bit less changeup today. Play didn't like it. He was always locked in. Couldn't joke around with him.
Swing and a miss. David Peterson retires the side in order. Jake Irvin to the bump here at Citi Fields, trying to dominate the Mets yet again. On base in 18 straight games. Drives this one out to center. Young broke in, now back, and it's over his head. Nimmo going to be waved home. An RBI double for Pete Alonso with 2 outs in the first, and the Mets score first here tonight.
2-0 breaking ball, but we talk about it. If you're going to miss down, you got to bounce it more than anything. But you think about the 2 pitches prior were down. His eyes were already there, so it's a really good pitch. You can't sit there and say it's not a really good pitch. But the execution against it in Pete Alonso's favor, he's thinking 2-0, you threw a 2-0 backdoor slider or a curveball to Juan Soto. 2-1, you're going to spin something. And that man's strong.
Although they win pretty much every game at home.
Yep.
25-7 now in their home yard this season. 2 hops over to Ronnie Mauricio. A little easier play for the third baseman this time. And the Nats have gone 6 up, 6 down so far tonight against Peterson. Ground ball to short. Lindor to second for 1, on to first. A double play. David Peterson faces the minimum the first time through the order. The Luis Garcia single cut down on the 6-4-3.
I mean, it's pick your poison time right now. Pete Alonso's destroyed right-handed pitchers all year.
Yep. Now Soto to deep right. And so as Hall's not going to get this one. 2-run shot for Soto. Flips the bat. And now 2 home runs in 2 games this series against his former team. This 2-run bomb makes it 3-0.
Well, and a curveball right here that just hangs middle of the plate. And it doesn't matter if you're 1 for 17, 1 for 18 against right-handed curveballs. If it's in this spot for Juan Soto, elevated, he's going to destroy it. I was trying to run down the line like a kid in Little Giants, like with the stick him on his jersey and like try to get it off. Kicking the bat out of my hands. Just not ejecting that.
Swing and a miss. Changeup diving away. Chaparro can't get to it. And David Peterson, another scoreless frame, keeps the Mets up by 3. Off the edge. Hits another one well. This will back up Lindor at short. And he's got plenty of arm to throw out Adams. The Nats go in order in the 5th. Tough night so far tonight in the Big Apple. Even when he does not have his good stuff, he's found a way to get through 5-6 innings, keep his team in the game.
It's impressive. It's a good trait to have.
Jacob Young back at the wall. This one carries out of here. Looked like a harmless fly ball off the bat. It leaves the yard to left center, and Brandon Nimmo has his 11th of the year, and he's put the Mets on top 4-0.
And you see Jake on that one kind of, are you serious with this? This is a changeup down and away, and Brandon Nimmo able to get underneath it, full extension. I think sometimes forget he's 6'2", 210. He's strong. Now 7 for 15 against right-handed changeups this year with 3 homers.
He continued his strong season last night. Didn't pitch great, but pitched all right. Another ground ball and another easy play for a Mets infielder. The Nats go in order for the 4th time tonight. Swing and a miss. Went right back to that slider down and away. And Nathaniel Lowe, the 2nd out in the 7th.
Sliders down. Strike the ball the entire time. Perfect pitches right there from David Peterson. But you got to look at it this way. At least they're 2 strikeouts. You give a 3rd guy a chance instead of hitting into a ground ball double play. Maybe Alex Call does something because of that.
Gonna line one over to first. Pete Alonso plays it off his chest. And we'll head to the bag. David Peterson has not found himself in much trouble tonight. He did it in the 7th, and he got out of it.
Really giving no anxiety to any hitters. Waiting them out.
Brandon Nimmo launches one down the right field line. Alex Call back. This one's out of here. 3rd home run for the Mets tonight. 2nd off the bat of Brandon Nimmo. He now has 12 on the season, and the Mets add to their lead.
I mean, he was hunting this. That is the only way that he's hunting to get to this pitch. It's a cutter off the plate in. Watch where this ends up. I mean, he sucks his hands in, stays tight. You talk about going changeup down to go get it for the homer to left center, cutter in. Pretty decent look right there for Brandon Nimmo.
Line drive up the middle. That's down for a base hit. Ricky Gutierrez going to send Garcia to the plate. Throw from Taylor. They got him.
No.
Ball comes out. There's still Edwin Moscoso says that it was held through the tag. He says Garcia's out. The Nationals have already challenged, but in the late innings, you can challenge again. It looked like he might have gotten the hand in there.
I thought he missed him. You want to know why Ricky sent him? Tyrone Taylor did not even charge him.
This will be a crew chief challenge.
Okay, crew chief challenge.
The out call at home plate and a blocking violation by the catcher, non-call.
So you got to do both, right? Like you can't just, for the sake of this purpose, you got to do both.
Fans here at Citi Field a little uncertain as they play it again on the big screen.
Well, we got a good jump. See, that's why Ricky's.
Call in the field stands. The
Oh my
runner's
God.
out, and there was no blocking of home plate.
I don't get it.
Down by 5, that's tough to take.
A lot of this has to do with just how wide, too, Louis is at third base. I mean, he's almost in the coach's box when he makes that turn. Tighter turns, takes away the ground. Sword swing was from him. Stay in the count, give it another chance. Not an easy AB for lefties.
Pops one up to shallow right. Soto will take care of it, and despite 2 hits in the 8th, the Nats are frustrated and still scoreless. Rosario pulls one right at the third baseman Beatty, and there's one out. Peterson has 1 career complete game. It was a rain-shortened game. 5 innings.
Yeah.
And he strikes out Wood here. Already the longest start of David Peterson's career, and he's 1 out away from a shutout here at Citi Field. Surrendered just 6 hits, only 1 of them for extra bases. Chaparro a ground ball left side, Beatty over to his left, and that'll do it. David Peterson caps off his first career 9-inning shutout. And it wraps up a 5-0 win for the Mets. They win the series, and the Nats will have to fight off a sweep here tomorrow afternoon.
Well, tough one. The end is nasty stuff. You got to find a way to flush it and get ready to go. Avoid the sweep.
5-0 New York here at Citi Field tonight in front of 40,000 plus. We'll be back to wrap this one up in a minute.